All Time Low have officially dropped their libel lawsuit. Confirmed by Rolling Stone, the probe has found a smear campaign. The band have chosen to handle the matter privately and protect the identities of those behind their accuser. Jack Barakat and his All Time Low bandmates say that their investigation of anonymous allegations have been proven as false and damaging online rumors. With this coming to light, the band have requested the dismissal of the defamation and libel lawsuit they filed over 2 years ago. The band made an official statement through Rolling Stone saying, "This has been a challenging time for our band as we fought to clear and debunk these false and damaging online rumors. We remain deeply grateful for those who have supported us throughout the legal process, including our fans, our peers, and collaborators. With this case dismissed, we remain committed to continuing to foster a healthy, safe environment, both at our concerts and within our fan community, and we look forward to the next chapter of All Time Low." In a new court filing obtained by Rolling Stone magazine, the band's lawyer has asked that the court drop the case without prejudice, meaning the pop punk quartet reserves the right to revive the action in the future. The complaint was first filed in 2022 against at least 3 anonymous defendants who claimed on social media that the group sexually harassed or assaulted their teen fans. The central defendant in this case, Jane Doe 2, was identified as somebody who went online in 2021 and posted a lengthy statement claiming to be a former fan allegedly abused by Barakat, the band's guitarist. Jane Doe 2 claimed to have been a 15-year-old girl who snuck backstage at a 2011 concert and started a decade-long relationship with Barakat that involved alleged sexual abuse. Now, something that this Rolling Stone article doesn't mention are the details about this claim that was brought up against Jack. In the post that has now been since deleted, the fan said she was 15 years old and homeless, managing to follow the band across multiple continents across an entire decade without being able to provide any evidence supporting these claims, including a concert ticket to any of those shows. In a statement from the band's lawyer, a lengthy probe involving subpoenas and court orders determined that Jane Doe was actually multiple people who spun an elaborate and fabricated story posing as a fan who incredibly and falsely claimed to have traveled with the band for more than 10 years. Their lawyer continued, "There's no such person and no such incidents occurred. Rather, an investigation revealed that Jane Doe 2 was an orchestrated smear campaign by multiple individuals posing as a fake fan. The investigations identified individuals between the anonymous posts who went to great lengths to hide their identities. All Time Low has chosen to handle the matter privately and protect the identities of those behind Jane Doe 2, opposing to pursue further litigation at this time." The allegations against the band started to go viral in 2021 after Jane Doe 1, a TikTok user, posted a cryptic video under the name Mini.Gru that claimed a famous pop punk band offered her beer on a tour bus and asked for her bra for their nasty collection when she was 13. While the post didn't explicitly name the band, it gave easily solved clues that led to a consensus that the band was, in fact, All Time Low. In the complaint, a Twitter user quickly stepped up to refute Jane Doe 1's allegations. She claimed to have attended the concert with Jane Doe 1, shared a photo of them together at the show, and said that Jane Doe 1's claims never happened. The lawsuit claims that Jane Doe 1 then admitted she posted her statements to be petty towards a peer and made her video and account private. A few weeks later, the Twitter handle ATL Statement posted the statements attributed to Jane Doe 2. And later that same month, another Twitter user with the handle Diet Soda Sage posted a tweet claiming to have counted 97 allegations against the band. The Twitter account attributed to Diet Soda Sage has since been deleted, with some fans claiming that she took her life. In one of her final posts, she said, "I feel kind of weird about how people took my tweet about the All Time Low situation. I didn't mean for things to go like that, so I'm probably going to stay private for a few days." Their lawyer said in a statement that the band's investigation narrowed down to Jane Doe 2 after Jane Doe 3 quickly retracted the post, and Doe 1's post was debunked by a friend. Their lawyer did appear at a hearing back in June, and at that time he claimed to have been working with the State Department to force 2 internet companies based in Panama to trace the IP addresses associated with Jane Doe 2's social media profiles. On Friday, November 8th, their lawyer released an official statement saying, "The investigation proved what All Time Low knew all along. The allegations in the posts are completely and utterly false." Nonetheless, considerable time and legal resources were required to fully reassure All Time Low's business and creative partners who put their trust in the band that the debunked claims were irresponsible and without merit. The other 3 founding members of the band All Time Low, including singer, guitarist, and primary songwriter Alex Gaskarth, bassist Zach Merrick, and drummer Ryan Dawson, were also listed as co-plaintiffs with Jack Barakat in the lawsuit. This complaint was filed after the Maryland Quartet issued an all-caps statement back in October of 2021 calling the online claims absolutely and unequivocally false. While I do understand that All Time Low grew up in the spotlight from a very young age, before these false allegations were even brought to light, As someone that has followed the band for the majority of their career, it was evident to see the personal and collective growth the band had gone throughout the years. When they first started gaining prominence in the Warped Tour and emo and pop punk scene, it was pretty obvious they were just trying to put their own stamp on the Blink-182 brand of pop punk. And when I say that, I mean the band basically ripped off the Blink shtick of being naughty on stage and saying potty mouth things. Like, it was funny back in the 2010s. If you want to hold All Time Low's early 20s under a microscope and cancel them by that metric, I personally don't think that that's fair. Fans were very quick to pit other bands against All Time Low for playing shows and festivals and even touring with them throughout the lengthy legal process. Like, this exact thing happened to Justin Bieber years ago, and he was able to clear his name with receipts. And something that a lot of people aren't pointing out about the lawsuit is that the band signed on for discovery, which in legal terms is the process by which each side of a lawsuit gets the information they need to carry out the litigation. While discovery rules are very broad, it's a very lengthy process in which you have to hand over everything to the other lawyers that could be relevant to the case. This includes everything from text messages to DMs to phone photos to bank statements, social media information, passwords, emails, everything. And those that have something to hide typically don't go for this process because if you have something to hide, it's going to come out. Some of these law firms, specifically in the entertainment world, on cases like this charge upwards of $500 to $800 per hour, and this case has been going on for years. Also, the band weren't suing for monetary damages. When they first filed the lawsuit in February of 2022, they vowed to donate any proceeds derived from this litigation to charities that support victims of sexual abuse. Lawyer David M. Ring, who's not affiliated with the case, said in a message to Rolling Stone back in February 2022, he emphasized the risk of being opened up to discovery, saying that this is not something that any individual would walk into lightly. I guarantee that they have been advised that by bringing a lawsuit, they're opening themselves up to discovery that would include all of the allegations that were made online. By bringing a lawsuit, it appears they're entering willingly, knowing there's going to be investigations into their background, and they don't care. He said that this type of lawsuit opens up Pandora's box element that could easily backfire against the band, stating, if you're just doing this to be a bully and shut people up, it could backfire. You might be lighting a fire under the accusers to retain counsel. In an interview with UK publication Express, just last year, frontman Alex Gaskarth was cautiously candid about how the allegations have affected the whole group. It's proven to be one of the most difficult times of our lives, and our career, and our legacy, and it's put us through an absolute shitstorm. He said that the allegations snowballed and turned into something that actually started to impact their livelihood and their lives. As he went on, he said, and when it's all predicated on nonsense, it's really difficult to survive it because you're sitting there just doing what any person would do and going, this didn't happen. He said that the band had said their piece, referring to their Twitter statement, and remained clear, saying, none of it was true, and if it were true, we wouldn't be in this band. This band wouldn't exist. We are not those people, and it's kind of an obvious thing. If any of what was being said were remotely true, we would have been over because we wouldn't want to be around that kind of thing. Alex pointed out that All Time Low has always been proponents of speaking up for marginalized voices, and they sort of fell into the other side of that, based on a lie. Nothing. Another thing worth pointing out is that while fans did throw their bras up on stage during the band's set, it kind of became this thing that the fans created and that the band embraced because it was funny for a time. No one ever talked about how the band donated all the bras at the end of the tours in which this happened.
We've been getting bras thrown at us since we were like 18, so we're pretty much used to like the dirty laundry part of it.
When did that start? Was it Warped Tour?
It honestly started so long ago that I can't remember.
There was a show, and I can't remember exactly when, but yeah, people started throwing bras, and we sort of made a remark about it on stage and made a joke about it, and from then on, someone posted the video online of us talking about it. And from then on, it became a thing. Like, people just started bringing, like, bras, mostly bras, but other items of clothing as well. And now it's like, it's a huge part of our show. And
they're just like, do our laundry! When we did collect them all in a semi-truck, on the walls of the semi-truck, lined an entire 18-wheeler.
We got thousands by the end of the tour.
And we donated all of them and we threw them all out on We the King's stage.
We've also had, one of my favorite things is like when there's like female local crew at the end of the night and they're cleaning up the stage and stuff. I've literally had female local crew come up and be like, what do you guys do with these? And we're like, I don't know, nothing. And I've literally seen them, like, people go like, this one would fit me, and take them. Like, bras are expensive.
In 2024, All Time Low have celebrated 20 years as a band, performing at some of their favorite and most iconic venues, including Red Rocks and a headlining performance at Meriwether Post Pavilion in Maryland. their largest headlining show to date. The band also released the Forever Sessions Volume 1 through Basement Noise, an imprint on Photo Finish Records, as the band aims to release future music independently. The Forever Sessions features 9 of All Time Low's most iconic songs re-recorded and produced by the band themselves. With the band looking to put the lawsuit behind them and move forward, hopefully they are able to find a certain sense of peace as they plan the future for All Time Low. While the court of public opinion will say what they want, the band looking to prove their innocence in such a vulnerable way, I can't imagine what that experience was like for everyone involved. Wishing the band and their team the best of luck moving forward. Thanks for tuning in to Common Revolt.